Welcome to the Creative Suite TV show. Here's the host, McHugh.
Hello folks and welcome back to Creative Suite TV episode 42, the beginning of a fantastic two-part mini-series on how Adobe can save the planet. That's right, Creative Suite TV has gone green, and this week I have enlisted the help of Paul Burnett from one of our remote offices here in Adobe in Australia, and Paul's going to help me show you guys how you can use our software to prevent yourselves from both traveling by car or by plane, and also to prevent yourselves from having to print things out and pay for couriers. And we're going to use a number of our different technologies over the coming next two episodes. That's this one and next one and the next episode. So Paul is sitting in our remote studio. Paul, are you there?
Hi Mike, yep.
Oh, Paul, welcome aboard. Thanks for joining us. There's just a little bit of a delay, so if I don't hear you properly, then please forgive me.
Hi Mike, it's great to be here.
Yeah.
Look, I'm really looking forward to this episode.
I'm talking now, Paul. Okay. So, sorry, Paul. Welcome aboard. We're going to do a shared review. Paul, have you ever done a shared review before, mate?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so we're going to use Acrobat Professional here, and I'm going to take a document and Paul and I are both going to collaborate on this file via the internet. And because we're both Mac users, Paul, are you a Mac user?
I am.
Yeah, Paul's using a Mac. It could be Mac or a PC. It really doesn't matter. We can communicate between the two. We're going to shared review. And we're only going to have two people this time, but it could be multiple people. It's going to be very exciting. So let's get straight into it. Shall we? Are you ready, Paul?
Yep.
Expect an email any minute. Okay. Okay, so here is the document that we want to share between myself and Paul, and there's some really cool stuff about it. Before I actually share it, I just want to do something real quick. A lot of people print out PDFs because they think they need to print it so they can read it. However, Acrobat has got some really wicked reading stuff in it. Paul, are you taking all of this in, mate? I think he is. So, he must have just ducked out of the room for a minute. I'm just going to go ahead under the view menu here and show you that if you couldn't be bothered reading, you can get Acrobat to read it out for you. You don't need to print it, people. Let's give it a little try. I'm just going to say, read this page only.
Sweet Mike McHugh. Design versus Photoshop, don't get me wrong.
And you can even change the voice, which I think you would normally do. So let's deactivate that reading out. That was rather annoying. And you can also do this automatically scroll, so that you don't even have to use the scroll thing on your computer. So there's no excuse for printing them out. Now let's share this. So there is a review and comment button up the top here of Acrobat. We're going to choose that pop-down menu, and we're going to send it out for a shared review. Now, if you're on a Mac, you can save it onto a .Mac account. I actually have one of these. If you're on a PC, this is just a WebDAV server. It can even be a network folder within your office. So that's really cool. Here's the file. We choose Next, and we can attach the PDF to the message that we're going to send to Paul so that we can all collaborate on this at the same time. We say Next, and here are the required reviewers. So we're going to say, we'll put in Paul's email address here. paul@imreallycool.com, which is his real email address. So please feel free to send him an email. And then we can set a deadline for this as well. Let's not do a deadline because Paul's online. He's going to do it right now for us. We put that thing in there. We hit Next, and then it comes up with a little bit of a message. This is going to attach this to the email for us that we send off to Paul, and we hit Finish, and then that's going to go ahead and save it out for Paul. So in a moment, Paul's going to get this email. It's got the attachment on it. Here's the attachment now, and we simply send that off with the instructions of how to review it.
Okay, Mike, I've just received the document and I've opened it up and it's showing me the comment in markup tab, so I'm actually able to add comments to it now. What I'm going to do is just grab a sticky note, and I've noticed that across here you've missed out an apostrophe in there, so I'm just going to write that in on the note, and you'll notice that I've just created it. It's got my name on it, and now all I'm going to do is just publish those comments back to Mike and he'll be able to receive them. So that's now sending it back to the server. And can you see that, Mike?
I'm just going to check for new comments. I'm just clicking the button now. Oh, I missed an apostrophe there. Oh, thanks for that, mate. Good. It's all worked out very nicely. What a great tip. So if you guys can collaborate on your documents just like Paul and I have, then of course we can cut down on printing, and of course we can cut down on travel time. Next week, we're going to use some different software, Acrobat Connect, in fact, to show you how you can hold online meetings without so much as leaving your home. Thanks again for tuning in. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and don't forget to tune in next week. Paul, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us on Creative Suite TV. It's been invaluable, so thanks very much, mate.
And